Hello everyone and welcome to my brand new channel. My name is Mallory and I've been going by Frog Nouveau Art for my accounts. Not too long, but you know, that's what I've been sticking with. I feel like it's hard to find a good username, but it's a vibe. It works. Combines two favorite things, so it works. I have always kind of wanted to start a YouTube channel. I tried a long time ago in my freshman year of high school, and I think I made like 5 videos having to do with fashion. I wanted to be a fashion vlogger very badly. I was very inspired by Graveyard Girl back in the day when I first started watching YouTubers, and I was like, wow, this is so fun, this is cool. And obviously didn't stick with it, which I don't really know why, but you know, it's fine. I was a teenager. But yeah, so I decided to finally give it a go again. And it's so funny. I don't know what footage I'm going to use, but I have been trying so hard to talk and not get like brain farts over and over. I don't know. I'm so bad at not rambling. So I'm trying really hard to not ramble, and then I'm just like coming up on a blank like what do I say now? That's so bad. So I don't know. I'm trying it again. I might take some from the last run, but I also feel like I don't want to feel very scripted. Like I have a little script here, but I, I realized at the end of it, I'm like, no, part of the reason why I want to have this YouTube channel is kind of to, I don't know, be myself, for the most part, try not to, I don't know, put on a show. I want to be very real. I want it to be cozy and a good vibe and hang out kind of. Within reason of separating yourself from internet and things like, whatever. See, I'm rambling. But I have always loved the idea of having sort of a little art community. I feel like a lot of the art YouTubers that I watch, and I follow a ton of artists on Instagram and stuff, and I love that it kind of feels like there's some little community happening, and I don't know. So I've always kind of wanted to do that, and another big thing for making this channel was to kind of hold myself accountable while I'm trying to get back into creating and being consistent. I have been like facing really bad burnout for the last probably 5 years, honestly. Maybe not that long, but I don't know. It feels like my whole time as at my last job, I was just like burnt out due to many different factors. But I recently became unemployed at the end of last year. So I have basically been refreshing myself, relaxing, trying to not be burnt out, trying to get back on top of things that I had been putting off because just being physically and mentally exhausted from my previous job, and slowly feeling better, trying to be easy on myself while I'm, trying to like get better habits and you know, get more motivation and stay consistent, but within reason, like I can't expect myself to immediately just like be a powerhouse machine and create art and be doing it every day. Like I would love to do that. Maybe it'll happen eventually. But yeah, so basically just trying to push myself to get back into creating, and I think making videos and having that sort of like audience, if you will, hopefully. I don't know, maybe people won't even watch it, who knows. But using that as a different sort of motivation, and also I say this with the knowledge of like, no, I shouldn't create for other people. I'm creating for myself, which like is true. Like I'm definitely someone who I don't want to um see myself facing the problem that I see a lot of other artists who end up like, you know, basically also turning into content creators, and like, you know, a lot of the ones that have these communities, I don't want to find that I'm making things that I don't want to, or like pushing myself more than I should in directions that I don't really want to go. Like, I want to continue making stuff that I want to make, stuff for me that I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm not really a trend follower type of person, you know. I kind of just want to do my own thing and find my own style and keep getting inspiration from things that I like. So we'll see. And then, you know, hopefully people also enjoy the things that I am going to create and things that I want to talk about and share, and, you know, whatever interests and stuff that I end up making videos on. So I think a lot of the focus of this channel is going to be about my art and the process of making the art, and maybe like tips and stuff. You know, I'm thinking of doing, you know, videos of the process of me painting or whatever. It might be painting, it might be crafts. I'm definitely focus more on painting. That's definitely the medium that I tend to lean towards, is painting, mostly acrylic. I've been trying to get into watercolor, which has been really fun. That's one that I've never really gotten into very much, but I'm finding that it is very fun to work with, and I mean, if I had better quality watercolors, would probably be even better, but you know, it's fun to try something different. I have gouache that I would love to try out a little bit more, because I haven't really, as long as it's not completely dried out and bad. It's like the Himi jelly gouache, I think. It's definitely like crusty, but I know you can spray it and reactivate it, but whatever. But yeah, so lots of painting, maybe some crafts and things like that. I really want to, I don't know, just try to get in more fun crafts and DIY stuff of different sorts. I don't know. I just want to create little goblin things. I don't know. If that makes sense. If that's your vibe. That, and I don't know. I've been in such a rut of just like, you know, doom scrolling, not doing what I want to do, and I'm trying to really form better habits, and you can follow along while I try to make those better habits. And yeah, create along with me and whatnot. I'm so sorry, I just ramble and I'm not used to talking on camera, so it's been very interesting recording this. Definitely very, very new. It's been a long time since the last time I tried to do this, so I also would love to kind of do some videos on style, maybe home decor type of videos. I really do love home decor and decorating and things like that. I'm whacking my desk. And, you know, some other videos, like, you know, maybe more towards, like, I don't really want to say lifestyle. I don't know, like, that's, I guess, kind of, or, you know, lifestyle, my, I guess, like, opinions on things, or, you know, maybe things I'm interested in at the time, and just I don't know, tying in a lot of things together. Like, I feel like, you know, I want to talk about a bunch of different things and make videos on different topics, but keep it under sort of the same umbrella, which I guess will happen anyways, because it will be coming from me and my personality and like my vibe and whatever. So I kind of want to, you know, just lump it all together. And yeah, so lots of art and style. I'm thinking of doing tours of some of the things I've collected over time, because I'm really into antiques and thrifting, and I that's another thing kind of with the lifestyle stuff. As a person, I'm very much more in the underconsumption end of things, so you know, if you're someone who's kind of sick of the just consumption core, buy everything new, you know, buy all these things, collect all these things. You know, I still collect things, but it's in a much different way. And I don't know, I have, you know, a few things where I'm aiming to use all of my art supplies before I buy anything new. I have so many art supplies out there. And, you know, doing, you know, I have an idea of doing a wardrobe audit, basically, going through my clothes and seeing what I have, where I got it, maybe getting rid of things, talking about what type of stuff that I want to add to my wardrobe, and goals with like fashion and in the world of fast fashion and whatnot. The main goal is trying to get back into being creative and finding a better flow to things, getting that motivation to keep creating and being honest about it, hopefully inspiring people to, you know, do the same thing and you know, get back into creating if they've also been inconsistent with what they're doing, and or you know, if they want to start, if they've never really, you know, drawn before, done anything like that, and yeah, just kind of share my journey on finding myself again, I guess, like my finding my creative self that has been buried for a long time, just because of how life has been. And you know, it's hard, it's rough out there. We need art, we need fun things, and we need, you know, a place to talk about these things as well. And I don't know, have fun. Another goal, of course, because life and being unemployed, um, I I know that like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, like a lot of people lean towards those, but I do know it seems, at least from my research, it seems harder to become monetized or whatever. It's based more on algorithm type of things, and I know YouTube also has algorithm stuff happening. But it seemed like from my, I mean, very brief research, because I just wanted to do it anyways, but it seems like it can be a little bit easier to get to the monetization stage, but I don't know. We'll see. Either way, we're gonna have fun with it, and hopefully people also enjoy watching. But yeah, so that's kind of like the start of the goals of the channel. Um, just creating a fun little creative space, community, talking about different things. As for inspiration and types of art that I'm drawn to, and what, you know, gets my creative mind kind of thinking, and whatever, like what catches my eye, my favorite is definitely anything from the Art Nouveau era. Also probably bleeds a little before and after in, you know, that time as well. Art Nouveau is one of those eras that I feel like they've focused on really interesting subjects. Like when you look up like jewelry and stuff like that, they have a lot of bats and bugs and fun like funky thing, you know, like they have the women with the dragonfly wings. And I don't know, I feel like, you know, there's plenty of eras of art that um have, you know, some sort of whimsical aspect. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the word. Surreal. Surreal subjects, that's what it is. Surrealism. There are obviously plenty of types of, you know, styles of art throughout the years that have some surrealism, but I don't know, something about that, it's like I love nature and things like that as a subject, and I just feel like it's so fun, and the shapes and everything just has always really like caught my eye. I am really always drawn to the beautiful line work in any art piece. It doesn't, you know, even if it's not Art Nouveau, if it has like really nice graphic line work and, you know, interesting shapes, I tend to like more organic and like natural patterns and stuff like that. And I really love interesting color schemes. That's something that's like kind of inspired me, even though I haven't done a lot of art, is just like finding really cool color schemes that I would love to make a piece out of. You know, things that are like a little bit, I don't know, you know, more fun, less typical. Yeah, very like graphic colors and patterns and things like that. Very, very fun, very, very inspiring to me. I always definitely see kind of a pattern of the different types of art that I like. I do have a few examples of recent and then semi-recent pieces to give a little bit of a preview into what kind of stuff that I like to make. Actually, let's go backwards from most recent to not. I just have 4 sitting here. So this one is the last one that I finished, just like last week. The sketch was actually sitting since 2022, I think. So if that gives any sort of idea on how bad I've been, I don't know what does. But yeah, so lots of fun with the iridescent watercolors. I tried to keep it very simple because I am being kind to myself. This was one that I was like, okay, easy in. This is like the first day that I'm, you know, getting not burnt out. I'm feeling better since not working, and this was back in January, I think. I think it was like a month until I was like, I can sit down and paint. I'm gonna do it. So this is watercolor. I had the sketch also sitting for a long time. I don't think it was quite as long, but like the original one was from 2022, but I resketched it onto here, and then it was sitting again. So I was like, easy in, sketch is done. I know what colors I've wanted to do this whole time, just have never done it, and more iridescent. Whee! And then this one, I think this might have been 2023. I don't know. It was part of a tarot card project that one of my coworker friends had invited a few of us that, you know, we worked in kind of a creative job. So a few of us were artists, and they were like, oh, if you want to pick a tarot card and paint it, and or not paint it, or any, you know, any sort of art. But yeah, it was fun little project that we did. And then going back, the oldest of my recent, I feel like, good examples is what I'm picking. This was actually from 2020, and this was a period of time, it was right after I had graduated from college, and I was trying to get back into it, but I was still kind of burnt out from working full-time and doing school full-time for 2 years, which like isn't that bad, but you know. So I was forcing myself to get back into things, and it didn't last very long. I made only a few pieces after that, but this one came out pretty nice. It is Froppy from My Hero Academia, but kind of in my style, you know. But yeah, it's a good one. It's one of the bigger pieces that I've done. I need to do more large scale type of things like that. Very fun. But yeah, so that's a few examples of, you know, I feel like that's kind of a broad, I don't know, maybe not broad examples, but I don't know. We had 2 acrylic, we got 2 watercolor, we got lots of shiny, fun things. We got the women. The goal so far right now is to post once a week, hopefully. That is the goal. I'm currently, well, I don't know, we'll see when I post this, but I'm thinking Fridays, but I don't know, we'll see, whatever day I post this on, we'll see. And trying to create a few videos at once so that I'm not doing the classic me thing of being like, oh, I'm back at it, and then radio silence, and there's nothing posted. So I'm trying to like get a few created and ready to post before I even start, so that way I'm not skipping, and I want to be consistent, because obviously that helps the dreaded algorithm and whatnot. So we'll see. And we'll kind of jump back and forth between like art related things and maybe other topics. I don't know. I want to keep it more art focused, as I said, but you know, I'll sprinkle it in here and there, the other topics and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far, and feel free to subscribe or not. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And I will try to be posting weekly, and you can follow along on my journey to be more creative and be more consistent and do the thing. And it's hard to do the thing, but I'm gonna do it. We'll do it together, hopefully. But you can also follow me on Instagram and also Facebook. Same name, but I'll put it in the description. Thank you so much again, and hopefully I will see you next time.